You could be saying all the right things in an interview, but your energy could be off. So let's talk about it.
Hey, teacher bestie. My name's Helena, and I'm the creator of the Present Teacher Podcast. I'm a first year teacher coach, and in this podcast, you are going to learn everything from simple, actionable classroom management, social emotional learning, and teacher wellness strategies. You know that impact you want to make in the classroom? Well, we're going to make it happen here.
When you are applying for a job, it's easy to want to be or act a little bit desperate or a little bit like you are really wanting a job. We are told to be grateful for any job we get, especially as a first year teacher. Wanting a job is human. We need it to survive. We need it for money. We need it to make a living. And that whole saying, it's easier to get a job when you already have one, is so true. And here's why. We're going to talk about how it shows up in the interview, how desperation can show up in the interview. So, how it shows up. This often looks like you're over explaining. You're second guessing whether or not you're talking too long or too short. You're worried you're coming off as too passionate, too disingenuous. So, you're over explaining a lot. You're over talking. You give generic answers that would apply to any district, and you're not applying it to this specific district and what they're looking for. And you're doing a lot of safe answers. You don't feel safe actually speaking your mind and being bold. You're trying a little too hard to blend in because you're worried if you step away from the crowd, that districts will think less of you or will hire somebody else. So, as somebody on the interview committee, this can be perceived as uncertainty, a lack of confidence, and even misalignment. It shows that maybe you're not that sure in yourself and your teaching and what you stand for. So, now that we talked about how it's normal to be a little desperate and how it shows up in an interview, let's talk about the shift. So, from this is where the shift goes from please pick me to here's what I have to offer and how I stand out. This could be a great fit. See the difference between the two. It's hey, here's all about me, here's my background, please pick me, versus here's what I have to offer and how I stand out and why we would be a great fit together. It's completely different. So now that we talked about that, let's talk about identity. So you are not trying to be chosen. The right district is out there looking for you just as much as you are looking for them. And you want to show up as yourself. When you pretend to be someone else or be the perfect teacher, it comes off, as we talked about earlier, as uncertainty, lack of confidence, misalignment. But the reality is, districts can fail when you are talking from a sense of passion and something you're truly excited about. So show up as yourself, give your honest answers. Don't be afraid to show them too much or to be too you because there's no such thing. There is a district out there who's looking for a teacher exactly like you. The question is, are you going to show up as yourself or are you going to chase the identity of the perfect teacher to be liked by everyone and therefore be blending in with everyone else who's doing the same thing? Remember, you are choosing to. You get to choose the district that you apply to and you work for first. You're not chasing, you're attracting. You're being who you are, and the right districts are going to come to you and the wrong ones are going to fall away. So, with that being said, let's take action. So, make a list of your top three qualities that aligns with the district you are applying to. Are they looking for career readiness? Well, maybe you're a self-starter, or maybe you're a lifelong learner, or you love learning. What are your top three qualities, and how does it fit into that district or school's mission or values? So, as a recap, we talked about how it's normal to be a little desperate, especially when you are applying for your first teaching position. We talked about how it can show up in the interview, not only for you, but as someone on the interview committee. We also talked about the shift on showing up as please pick me to here's what I have to offer, here's how I stand out from other teachers you're probably talking to, and here's how I could be a good fit here. We talked about identity, how you're not trying to be chosen. The right district is coming to you and looking for you, and you just have to show up as yourself and the rest will happen naturally. And then we talked about how to take action, how to pick out your top 3 qualities and how you can apply it to that specific district you are applying to. If you found these tips helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Make sure to send me a DM about what your favorite thing from this week's content was, and make sure to pass this along to more teachers who need it. If you want to take it a step further, make sure to check out my free teacher interview guide. It's got my top 10 tips to getting hired by out of alignment instead of trying to blend in with everyone else. What I like about it is it links to additional podcasts and YouTube videos because I've got a lot of content now, so you don't have to sift through everything. It's all in one spot for you. If you want help customizing your cover letter and resume to match the district that you're applying to, make sure to check out my teacher interview bundle. It's got 10 matching cover letter templates and as well as follow-up emails, thank you emails, and even a bonus demo lesson. So make sure to go check that out. If you want the whole process to how to get hired from an aligned district, not just any district, but your dream district, make sure to check out Land Your Dream Job. That's my experience to walk teachers from every step from the research phase all the way to what to say and how to show up in the interview and how to follow up and what to do immediately after. As always, remember, we are stronger together, and I will see you in the next one, Teacher Bestie. Bye!
Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I hope that you were able to take away some value that will help you thrive inside and out of the classroom. It would mean the world to me if you could take 5 seconds right now and leave a review on this podcast. And if you found this podcast especially helpful, make sure to take a screenshot of this episode right now and tag me on your socials to let me know you're listening. As always, remember that we are stronger together with all the love in the world. Helena, aka the Present Teacher. See you next time, Teacher Bestie.